Welcome in. It's time for another 1v1 on the SDH network. I'm Jason Longshore, and today I'm joined by brand new Carolina core attacker Anthony Sumo Jr. Anthony, thanks for taking some time for us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Jason. I'm grateful to be here.
I've known you for a long time through your exploits in UPSL Georgia and the NPSL with Apotheos. How did everything come about for you to end up in MLS Next Pro with Carolina this year?
First of all, before I say anything, I just want to say I'm grateful and thankful to God because He gave me the strength and the perseverance to be able to get through all the obstacles that was in the way. And looking back at it, it's just been hard work and putting my faith in God. Just hard work and working hard. Like Coach Bruno, which he always told me, hey, everybody has talent. Everybody can pass the ball. Everybody can dribble the ball. It's whoever wants it the most. That's who's gonna get it. So he told me, he was like, hey, before you get out of here, you gotta be the difference. You have to score. You have to score goals. You have to assist goals. You have to do those things. If you're not doing these things here, what makes you think you're gonna do at the next level? So yeah,
It's that level of consistency
yes
that
sir.
is always that challenge going from one level to the next. How much has that journey that has been not a crazy long one, but a time where you've been a consistent goal scorer in UPSL, you've been a consistent goal scorer for KSA,
Yes.
and how does that make you a better player today?
Um, it's just being consistent. I think playing football, if you want to be a professional, you have to be consistent. That's what separates you from the other people. Coach Bruno always told me, "Hey, if you're not scoring 2 or 3 goals every game, I don't think you're gonna go anywhere." So the moment you realize that you start scoring 2, 3 goals in a game, then we can start talking about other places. So yeah,
You've mentioned Bruno Kalanji a few times. How important has he been in your career?
um, he's well, he was one of the reasons that I'm still playing soccer today because when I moved across country from Liberia to the United States, life got very hard. It was very difficult. And putting my faith in God, praying and trusting in Him that stuff is going to happen. Coach Bruno brought me into his home. He brought me into his family. He took care of me. He mentored me. He taught me things. And he just kept me consistent. He always reminded me to train hard. He always reminded me to work harder than other people. And he always reminded me to not listen to what other people are saying. Just work hard. Yeah, he has been a father. He's been like everything to me. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful to him for helping me grow, helping me develop. And yeah,
I think something that has really stuck out to me over the past maybe 12 months in watching your game and watching your team play is how much more complete you have gotten over the last year or so. You know, you've always been a goal scorer, no problem with that. But the runs off the ball, the pressure defensively, creating opportunities for others. Has that been kind of a focal point for you, or is it something that just comes with experience playing at a good level?
I think it's many things. I think it's experience. I think it's, for example, my dad played professional soccer, and growing up, he always told me, "Hey, you were born to score goals. You were born to play soccer. Just go and play. You're gonna figure it out. You came from a professional soccer family. You're going to figure it out." And I always been that type of player. Whenever I go into an environment, I've been a great player always, but you have to fight for your spot. You have to show to whoever it is that's the coach, assistant coach that. And it was like that at KSA when I went there. There was many great players in KSA, and there was a few times I was on the bench, and Bruno would tell me, "Hey, if you can't, like, you're a great player, you're talented, but when you step on the field, you got to be a difference. If you cannot be a difference, it's not gonna work."
I think one of the elements of KSA and the way that the club has come together at the pro profile level in UPSL, you know, you've had the chance to play next to quite a few guys who have played professionally at a good
Yes.
level. But, you know, lately I look at guys like Junior Sandoval and
Hmm.
Kareem Tamimi, two guys that I've known for a long time that I've seen their games develop. How much did you learn from guys like that who have been in your shoes now to help get you here?
A lot, like just being in that environment, training every day with these guys, Jonas Sandoval, Joseph Samuel,
Yeah.
Mohammed, Grant, the list go on and on. Lagos, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of
Yeah.
guys. It's just speaking to them in practice every day. And I'm going back to Bruno because he told me, hey, don't just sit with these people and just chat with them and be friends with them. Ask them questions. Ask them, hey, or what are the reasons that you're here right now? Like, what can I do to move to the next level? Because they all have been there. They all know what it's like to be there. And yeah, they all helped me develop my game. They all helped me in training. They all helped me in practice, games, whatever it was. They were all communicating with me and telling me, hey, what you need to do to move up to get to the next level. So yeah, I'm grateful and thankful for these guys because KSA provided that environment, that professional environment where I was able to go there and train hard every day from Monday to Thursday, sometimes Monday to Friday. We lived a life of a professional at KSA, and there's many, 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 many more players like me there.
And there's going to be many of those who are going to get these kind of opportunities
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Now you're in North Carolina and you're with a club that really turned a lot of heads in MLS Next Pro last season in their first year. A club that has a great fan base and a kind of a unique spot in the league, being an independent club in a league with a lot of second teams.
Mhm.
What do you know already about Carolina Core, and how excited are you to represent the club in front of that fan base?
Um, First of all, I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful and thankful to God for giving me this opportunity through the coaches and the training staff down to the kit man, everybody else. And I'm grateful for Eddie Pope for giving me the opportunity to even be in this situation. He spoke to my agent, Lucini, shout out to Pro U Sports.
Yeah.
And they spoke about me coming in and they invited me over here to preseason. When I first landed here, I loved the environment, the players. Eddie Pope played in the MLS. He's a center back. He's a legend.
Mhm.
Donovan Ricketts, like come on. Andy Williams, Amado
Yeah.
Cuvera, like the list goes on and on. I look I look up these people when I got to the apartments and I was amazed. I was like, I'm going to be in an environment full of people that play the game at a high level. Like what environment do you want to be in? Like that is a gift. So just being here, learning from them. When I first came here, I'm a natural winger, and they signed me as a striker. Just being there for a week, just talking to Andy, talking to Donovan, I've learned so much in just a week from them. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to just be here. The players are amazing, the coaching staff, the kit man, the trainers, everybody are great people. They welcome me, and they're all happy that I'm here. So there's no other place. Great stadium, great fan base, great facilities, and like Jason, like I can't be more grateful. I can't be more grateful and more thankful. Like I remember praying to God, and all I would ask God for, hey, God, can you please just put me in the position where people are gonna care about me moving forward with my professional career and in life. Because football all the time is not just about kicking the ball around. There's so many other sides to it, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all those different aspects comes into me playing. So yeah, I'm so grateful that I'm able to be here, and thanks to God. I pray every day and thank him every day. Every day I'm thanking him when I walk into the facility and I walk into the locker room and I walk onto the field. But I'm excited to show to the fans, and I'm excited to help them win, and I'm excited to score goals. Yes.
I think that's one of the cool things for you being such a student of the game and having learned from your previous experiences to go now into a situation where, I mean, the guys that you just mentioned, Donovan
Yeah.
Ricketts, Andy
Yeah.
Williams, Amado Guevara, Eddie Pope, you're talking about some of the legends of
Legends.
legends in playing soccer professionally in this country and all the lessons that they're going to provide to you. I think the
Sure.
other aspect that's going to be really cool for you, getting to know the program and knowing Eddie Pope and what he's done in the community and the foundation that he runs, you're going to be a role model. What
Yes.
kind of things do you, when you get the chance to talk to kids who are wanting to be you down the line, what are the kind of things that you mention to them?
Um, I used to sing this song when I was little in church. I'm a Christian man, And I always used to think when Jesus say yes, no man can say no. And coming, migrating from Liberia to the United States, life was very difficult. And not having paperwork, not having so many things, I was put in the uncomfortable situation, in a difficult situation. When I graduated high school, South Gwinnett, I was one of the best players in the county, and I had a lot of colleges after me, but I couldn't achieve my dreams because I had nothing. So what I would tell kids is put your faith in God, work hard, and you're gonna be like me, because that's all I did. If I can do it, they all can do it. Just trust in God and work hard every day, because I was working hard every day. I was running miles. I was sprinting. Even I never knew what was ahead of me. I was one of those players that would go to training every day and knew that I didn't have papers to sign a contract. So I was just there, just to be there. But I never gave up. I never gave up on my dreams. And with the help of Bruno Kalungi, he stayed with me. He taught me. He was on my back every day. Anthony, do not give up on your dreams. He was like, you're a star. Just keep working hard. Keep praying to God and keep working hard. So my message to all the kids out there, all the kids in the UPSL, all the kids everywhere at KSA, at Kalonji Soccer Academy, never give up on your dreams. Keep working hard, keep fighting. It's gonna happen. Like, look at me, I'm in this situation right now. It's like a dream come true, because if you look at me a year ago, 2 years ago, I would never have thought I would be in this position because of the situation that I was in. But if I can do it, I think anybody can do it.
I'm really happy for all your success, man, and I'm
Thank
really
you.
glad you ended up in a great spot
Great.
that I think
Yes.
suits you really, really well.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck this season. We're gonna be following it. We follow Carolina Core a lot here on the SDH network, and we'll see
Thank you.
you when you're back here in Kennesaw to face Atlanta United too later in the season.
Thank you,
Anthony, thanks for the
Jason.
time.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to see you guys too. Thank you.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Charlie Jordan Field here on the campus of Shiloh High School for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is SSL FC taking on Pachuca Georgia. My name is Larry Weaver. Andre Bomar will be with us here in a few minutes. Thank you for joining us today here on ASMG TV, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Rumble. Thank you for joining. We look at the leaderboard as it stands right now. Week 3 of the UPSL Georgia Conference. North Georgia United on top with 6 points. Dalton United and Pachuca Georgia both with 4 points. Kalanji Profile, UMA FC, Lamino Georgia, and Georgia Athletic all tied at 3 points. Georgia Revolution, Albion with 2 points, Albion FC and Potros FC with 1. Then all 4 teams at the bottom of the table, FC Birmingham, Fountain City FC, SSL FC, and FC Columbus Elite, all looking for their first points of the season. Look at the fixtures from this week, You'll see that the 2 matches for yesterday were postponed due to threatening storms in the area. Today we only have 1 match that's currently in progress. UMA FC is taking on Albion SC Atlanta. It's currently 0-0. We have our match here at 5 o'clock, followed by our doubleheader, Kalanchi Profile and Fountain City FC at 7:30. And at 7 o'clock over at Marietta High School, it is Potros FC taking on Lamino Georgia. We'll step away for a few moments for the opening of today's match.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shiloh High School for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division match. Pachuca Georgia taking on SSL FC. At this time, if capable, please rise for the national anthem.
And welcome back here to Shiloh High School, Charlie Jordan Field. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar. And Andre, we have 2 teams that are on different paths. SSL, a team that is still trying to define themselves, still trying to look for points. They were at the dead last of the table last season. Due to restructuring, they got to stay up in Premier. Pachuca Georgia, a team that was promoted from Division I, has already had success this season. Today we're going to see if they're really all they meant to be about.
I think you're exactly right about that. I think the two different fortunes from the clubs, Pachuca, have been very impressive since they come into the Premier. They were runners-up to the Division I regular season title. They won Division I playoff. And since they've come in, they've gotten some pretty impressive results. The draw against Georgia Revolution, and then, of course, the win last week against fellow promotees, Laminio. And so they're on the ascendancy, a well-coached, very young team with an ambition and a hunger. And SSL, in contrast, are a little bit more disorganized. And so it's one of those things where, we have to look and see how can SSL grow and change and mature into a Premier Division club, or will they continue to struggle to get organized and get results that they need to stay up?
Now you look at those results from last week. Pachuca with a great win over Laminio, Georgia, and SSL struggled against Georgia Athletic. They have been struggling for a while. We are underway. Pachuca Georgia gets us underway. They are in their blue and white striped kits. They're moving from left to right. SSL, they are in their red and white kits, moving from right to left.
Yeah, as I always look for in a game like this, how will these two teams start out? And what we've seen so far of Pachuca this early season is how well they close down. They're a very energetic team. Like I said before, a very young team. I think it's one of the youngest teams in the division. So how will they, adjust to life in Premier? And this is another test for them.
A team that has spent some time in Division I. It took them a couple seasons to get promoted here to the Premier Division. SSL, they were a part of Kalanji Pro Profile, were their U23s. Then they became an offshoot of their own, and they performed well the first few seasons that they were in Premier. Last season they performed miserably, and all reasons they should have moved down. They got lucky and got to stay up. Can they do what North Georgia did, and can they restructure and redefine themselves? So far in the first two games, that remains to be unseen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. And you took the words right out of my mouth. Can they do anything like North Georgia did when they were gifted membership in the Premier after ending up in relegation zone? And so far, the answer has been no. But it's still very, very early, Larry, and we have a lot of football to look forward to. So we'll see how this game rolls out for both clubs, and we'll have a better idea afterwards which way SSL and Pachuca are going to be for this season.
It's kind of like another team that moved up from Division I, FC Columbus Elite. They've really struggled their first two matches. They had positive points of football. They just haven't seen the results that they need.
Yeah, they really haven't, but they've played well enough to get something out of the games. They just seem a little rusty. But here we go with SSL trying to get something going here in the attack.
Moving over here on the left side, Hall trying to get the ball into the box, cleared away by Pachuca. That one blasted out, will be a throw for SSL.
Yeah, so far in this game, SSL have been in the attacking half. And I think they're playing a lot slower than I remember, and that could be, by design. A little bit more planning, a little bit more stability for them. There's no shortage of talent on that field for either team, so it's just a matter of coaching. Tony Tiente is taking the helm there at SSL. He's a great player for Kalanji Pro Profile.
A player who, in his own right, had a good professional career.
Yep.
Got to play with Atlanta United 2s just recently.
Yeah, and he has a lot of coaching experience. He's spent a lot of time with the Kalonji Academy as well, so he's produced a lot of stars from the youth academy. And he knows these players very, very well. He's handpicked these new players that have come in for SSL. So, again, I think it's for SSL it's a matter of time for them to gel.
That ball roll out for a Pachuca throw.
Now with Pachuca with the ball, now you're going to see how are they going to play their game. They've been playing very, very quick in the first 2 matches of the season. And they seem to tailor a little bit, Larry, to who they're playing for. They play very defensively against Georgia Revolution, and it paid dividends for them. They did get the 0-0 draw. But against Lamino.
Last week against Lamino, a team that they know really well. They had to beat them in the Division I playoffs to make it here into the Premier Division.
Yeah, man, they reproduced the same result in the early part of the league here. So
Hall trying again to make it into the box. That one just didn't have enough control of it. Rolled away from him. Going to go out for a goal kick here in the 5th minute. Again, if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. That lets you know about all the content that ASMG TV brings you. You had an opportunity to see one of our colleagues, Jason Longshore, interview with Anthony Sumo. I'll say Anthony instead of Tony. Anthony Sumo, who just got to move to Carolina Core and start his professional career. Here's a move down the near line from Geyer. He's going to go back. Roblerto lays it off.
Yeah, this is when you're going to, Larry, this is, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but this is when we're going to see what Pachuca are made of here. Now that they're starting to get a little bit of a possession, how will they sustain it? Will they take control of the game, or will SSL be able to stop them?
That one stepped right in front of the pass. Diop.
Ooh, nice move.
Guzmani takes a shot. Keeper gets down. It's going to earn the first corner of the match. It goes to SSL FC. Take a look again. Decides to just kind of take this on his own.
Yeah, good move in the midfield there. And the keeper does get a hand on it.
Completely on frame, but enough to. This will be an outswinger.
Coming in long, and it's gone down. Easily taken by the goalkeeper. And he'll put it back into play for Pachuca.
Sent very long. That one's going to roll out, be a throw for SSL.
Neither team on top just yet. It's still early doors, actually, and but they both look lively. SSL is getting forward quite a bit here in the early going. Got some space.
Hall tried there, but
that's what Pachuca has been so good at, closing down, getting possession back.
SSL really putting the pressure there. Able to clear.
Yeah, this is turning into an interesting affair already. nice and easy, SSL. I think, Larry, Pachuca's pretty content letting them have that possession back there and closing down in their half, but here's a through ball here.
Here's
And
an
he's got
opportunity,
through.
SSL. Oh, and he hits the sidebar and out for a goal kick. This one was even better than the first one for Desmond, and he just pulls it wide.
Oh, he needed to do better there. He had an open net. He did a great job getting around the goalkeeper. It was at a tough angle, to be fair, but he should have been able to get that on frame. You see here, beats the goalkeeper to the ball and just didn't, maybe a little rushed it a little bit because there was the defender there on his shoulder. But man, what an opportunity missed.
Flores will get us back underway. Capilla sends it forward, but it's going to roll right into possession of Flores. A little bit of a throw-in himself there.
Well, I will say SSL look very enthusiastic right now. It's like they know that they need to get a result today. But Pachuca is playing with confidence as well. Long ball.
Say this division, UPSL Georgia, every point matters in this conference, and you can get by maybe losing 3, 4, 6 points, but more than that, you're going to find yourself fighting for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I made the point earlier that the change in the tiebreaker rule also makes a difference in what happens that we see here.
Hall again finding space in this near channel. That one's going to be a handball.
Yeah, so it's now the first tiebreaker in the total standings is going to be head-to-head. So winning and losing games holds a lot more weight than it used to, because before it was goal difference. And a lot of times, even if you've lost to a team, if you come in and scored a lot of goals, you can overcome that, but no longer. So now you have to pay attention to your games and win them, because you can't come in with a load of goals and expect to make up for losing a game earlier in this season.
Foul committed there by Santillan, number 25 of Pachuca. And that new rule benefits teams like FC Columbus, who lost to Dalton United in the first week 6-0. All they need to do is see the season out, and that large deficit can go away.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no, even for teams that are winning, there's no advantage in running up the score. It's better to go ahead and maybe give your fringe players some, some minutes on the field. There's a handball there.
It was a good ball forward from Ohana. Wasn't able to get to.
Free kick from the wrong spot there. They're going to have to retake that.
Center official wants it back in the right spot. Our referee for today's match, Gunwin Park. AR1, Adonis Merritt. AR2, Kamel Joseph. And fourth official is Asher Morris.
Yeah, Gunwin Park, one of the more experienced referees in our league. Does a good job.
Hall continually moving down this near channel, trying to get balls into the box. Hasn't made that connection yet.
They haven't yet, but the entire game so far, except for a couple of, forays forward, has been in the Pachuca half of the field, and that shows the pressure that's already there from SSL. Like I say, they've been very enthusiastic in these early minutes, but you have to get something from that, though, Larry. If you have all this possession but can't finish, then it could come back and bite you. I mean, I can say that about Columbus Elite, when they were playing against UMA. So many chances they couldn't convert, and then they let in some goals in the back, and that was the difference in the game.
Here's an opportunity for SSL, cut off by Flores. Good ball forward from Pachuca. Taken off by SSL. Capella is going to have to go back to Rodriguez. Not the best ball back, but he's able to control it.
Yeah, goalkeepers hate to see that bouncing back pass. You and I have been goalkeepers. We've seen a lot of that as a player.
Like you said, one mistake by the keeper and you're the villain for the day.
Yeah, it definitely stands out. Your mistakes more so than field players.
One perfect goal from a player just like this, right into Flores' hands.
Getting closer and closer. SSL knocking on the door.
One attempt made after many unable, and you're seen as the hero, as a field player. Absolute opposite as a keeper.
Yeah, a lot of times you're invisible as a goalkeeper until you make a mistake.
Deflected off of SSL man right at center spot. There's a deflection off of Hall. Young has it. It's deflected off of SSL out for a corner. Second corner of the match, one for each team.
Yeah, here's the first real opportunity for Pachuca to get something going forward with the set piece.
I saw in the chat our good friend Mr. Andrea from Italy was concerned about those two matches being postponed last night. It was due for dangerous storms. We had the potential for tornadic weather.
Yeah, it was it's something that can be severe in this region. We had pretty advanced warnings, so safety first, and those games will be rescheduled for later in the season. We have some bye weeks that are available for rescheduling those.
Here comes the in-swinger from Pachuca, headed away by SSL. Now, can they counterattack? Just couldn't get that pass right from Leon. He tries again.
Cross field here.
Good switch of play, able to get it. Conte lays it off. Occupies still has it, trying to get around the man. Taken off play, out for a throw. Good work by Occupies and the rest of the SSL team there.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of the way SSL were a couple of seasons ago. They used that speed in the counter all the time, and that's why they did so well. And they lost that in the last season. But it looks like they're bringing it back, and I attribute it Tony Tiente. We're bringing that back.
Nassim into the box. Oh, my man! What a goal for SSL. Nassim.
A goal out of nowhere and just expertly done, and the goalkeeper had no shot at that. What an opener for SSL. They've been knocking on the door, Larry, I told you. Did you see here, they came back. He saw it, he got the room that he needed, and just curled it. Nothing the goalkeeper could do but just watch that go into the upper top right corner.
SSL go on top here in the 17th minute.
And first goal for them this season. Always good to get the first punch in a battle like this. And now you have that goal cushion. You can kind of solidify your game plan, lose the urgency a little bit. But the other thing you have to do, Larry, and we talk about it all the time, and after you score a goal, you have to watch out for that response.
Absolutely. We love to say here at ASMG TV, hashtag response time. The first 5 minutes after you score a goal, you leave yourself open for that counter goal. And you wonder if a little bit of the weather had to play in the factor in regards to that, because It's 73 degrees today, 14-mile-an-hour winds with it gusting up to 17, and it's blowing into Pachuca's goal right now from the way it's coming here into Charlie Jordan Field. It's moving from right to left across the field.
It might have had something to do. I know that, though, when you look at the trajectory of that shot, it would look very deliberately like a curling shot that he attempted, and it looked like it was executed to perfection. That's going to be a candidate for goal of the week.
Absolutely.
We do those each week, although last week we're a little bit late getting that one out. But it will be out. We like to display all the talent. We also will be including top saves. We'll do that monthly.
Good chesting control there by the Pachuca
Turn.
man.
Oh.
Back to Porcelli. Porcelli really had a solid match last week against Lamino. Really maintained the midfield for Pachuca. Now here's another counter from SSL being held back, still able to get the ball forward. An advantage is being played. Has to go back to the defense.
Yeah,
Ohana.
This is the SSL of old here.
Diop, he sent it forward to Nassim, the goal scorer. He is onside.
What can he do with it?
But he's pushed off the ball by the defense. Leong had a good ball.
Good defending, though. That was
Just
well. They
really
closed him
good
down.
defended. Oh, good cut down. Arvalo, he lays it off. Aguirre, he's going to try to switch play centrally. Controlled. Juarez trying a little bit of a turn, able to release it over to Aguirre. He's going to lend it into the box, back post. Headed away by SSL, but it's in Pachuca's possession. He gives that ball a little too far in front of him, allows the SSL man to release it. It's going to go all the way back to center circle. Allow Leyva to move it around over here to the near side. Centillon. Good 1-2 with Arvalo. Porcelli. Juarez tried a little bit of a back heel, tried to get cheeky. Was Santillan, wasn't able to do so. You see immediately the movement in Pachuca. Santillan tried to get back. Now here's a chance for another counter from SSL. This is more like them. Hits it with his left. Whoa! Goal for SSL! My, oh my, Guzman.
He set up and he very deliberately went to that top right corner. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he just pounded that ball. Oh, my God. Like you say, this is the SSL we're used to watching from a couple of seasons ago. Look at that turn, just lost his defender, put it in the top. Nothing, again, the goalkeeper, nothing wrong, but just couldn't get to it.
When Santillan had moved up and was trying to get back into position when Guzman went by him, and he had a free path to goal.
Wow, that's
struggling the first 2 weeks. And SSL, we were talking before the match, which SSL were we going to see? And they're starting to show, hey, we're back.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to credit Tony Tiente with a lot of this because, you know, even in the first two, you saw skills on the field, but you didn't see a team. And these, you know, whether it's any of the KSA type teams like Kalanji Pro Profile or SSL in this case, they do a lot of training during the week. And there's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of review of the film that, you know, they get from us, as a matter of fact. And they just are able to learn and become that team. And so far today, it's been pretty amazing. I'll tell you what, they're taking advantage of finishing. But we'll see how. There's a lot of football left to have. Pachuca's no pushover at all.
Yeah, a lot change here. We're only 24 minutes into this match.
What a great start for SSL. But Pachuca, again, very lively. They've been forced to go a little bit long with the passes to get into the attacking third. And they have been able to gather some possession, but they haven't been threatening just yet as we get to the halfway point of the first half. Here we
Here's
go
a move
again.
on the right-hand side, on the far side,
Offside.
offsides. But this is the MO of the Kalanji Pro Profile / SSL system. Play a very solid defensive line and move on the counter.
Yeah, and I think we see the game plan right now. So I'm sure that a coach like Ricardo Montoya, very experienced coach there with Pachuca, he's going to be able to make adjustments to deal with that, whether during the first half or maybe at halftime.
Pachuca has a very solid bench. Remember, if you're new to the UPSL, each team can make up to 7 substitutions throughout the match. Alexa go back to Flores.
Yeah, Pachuca haven't unlocked SSL's midfield yet, much less defense. It's a bit of work to do for them in that point. And that's what they're left with doing, is trying to hit those longer passes. They're unable to work their way through the midfield yet.
Not able to control that pace of the pass was Occupies. He had to let that one go through. Their foul committed by SSL. Be a free kick for
Referee's going to have a little word with him, kicking the ball away. A little gamesmanship there.
Center ref's like, come on now. Here's an opportunity.
Yep.
Juarez right into the arms of Rodriguez.
Just how quickly things can change there. That was a half chance for Pachuca.
That's another one of the changes made by Tiente in this SSL squad. The starting keeper has changed for SSL. Rodriguez now taking over the reins.
We'll see how he does today. He hasn't really been tested here.
Be a throw for SSL. Just right at about Pachuca's bench.
Seeing so much young potential on this field is amazing. And you would hope that the fans will appreciate this. They're watching the future stars of tomorrow.
You can see Tiente's assistant coach over there just having a very vocal conversation with the players on the bench, very, very demonstrative. Whatever it was, he was not happy about.
That's the thing. The standards are being raised there, I think, at SSL, much so, more so than last season. And we're already seeing some early results of positive results of that already in this game.
Releases it. Tried to get it up to Hall, just couldn't get it out from underneath his feet. Hall was between 2 defenders. Arevalo looking for somewhere to go. He elects to go back. So he switches play again over to that far side. Porcelli sees the on-running Centilla and elects not to go to him. That pass off.
Ooh.
Caballero was not ready.
They weren't on the same page there.
Ohana slides it across. Hall able to control it on the second attempt. Diop, he's going to release it. Akpa is able to get around the man. Here's an opportunity.
Man in the middle.
Right off of the keeper. Good work there by Flores.
Great work from the Pachuca keeper.
Did they call that a goal kick?
Yeah, it's come off the attacker there, is what they're saying.
We'll take a look at the replay and see if we agree. It was a good ball forward.
Good move to get around the defender there. And once he saw that, the goalkeeper went into action. Yeah, it's come off.
Yeah, very good call, very good call. Back underway live. Here in the 30th minute, it is 2-0
nice
SSL FC over Pachuca, Georgia. SSL still looking for their first points of the season. These are the first 2 goals of their season.
Yeah, they didn't score in the first 2 games, rather.
Conte, he lays it off. Akpa gives it over to Gapai. Gapai goes over to the far side. We'll give and go. And that one is going to be a corner for sure. Be the second corner of the match for SSL.
So here, Pachuca's going to have to be very careful, make sure they mark up well. They're going to be the shorter team, which can be a factor in a corner like this situation. So you have to be very careful about who you let in and don't give anybody a free header. You have to challenge everything that comes in.
Yave goes over and gets that brand new Voight ball. Voight, the official sponsor of the UPSL.
Providers of Liga MX.
Be an in-swinger. Outswinger, excuse me. Bounces in the box.
Oh,
little bit of a deflection. Good little ball to get it around the SSL man and clear it.
Nicely done by the defender.
Yeah, Santillan had to bounce that over the attacking SSL man and then clear it.
Exactly what they needed to do. They marked up really well there and able to quell the danger.
For those of you watching at home, it is that very light gray line that is the outline here on the sidelines. It's kind of hard for us to see it in the press box. I'm sure it's probably a little difficult to see on the TV as well, or if you're watching on whatever mobile device.
Yeah, sadly, we have to play a lot of games in our league on these mixed-use fields. Of course, you got the gridiron markings down there all over the place. Kind of garbage up the field with
Conte
lines.
gets us back underway. And it's the price you pay.
Yeah, well,
Play
it is
in the
what it
United
is.
States. We don't have as many soccer-specific fields like you would see overseas.
Yeah, we hope they'll change that in the near future.
Conte working right down the line. The Pachuca man was wanting it to be out for a throw. Arvalo was trying to get the attention, not going to get it. Throw into the box, controlled by the original goal scorer. Hall tries it, and that one goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, pressure is still intense from SSL. They're better on the transition when they're trying to do those counterattacks. But even when they have sustained possession here in the attacking third, you have to just be very vigilant in defense.
Flores gets us back to away very quickly.
And the biggest challenge, I think, for Pachuca right now is trying to move that ball through the midfield and get into any type of attacking position.
Get it all the way over here to Guire. He's going to go back to Porcelli. Porcelli thought about sending it long to Juarez, decided not to. Santillan goes over to the far side. Here's trying to get that ball up to Juarez. It's just too far. Easily grabbed by Rodriguez. He'll go ahead and let it sit there for a few seconds. Conte, Hall, He's able to nutmeg one player, but not able to get around the second man. Leyva ends up committing the foul.
Slow to get up there, but he's going to be okay. It looks like a yellow card.
Be the first yellow card of the match. Here in the 34th minute, it will go to number 6, Leyva.
Yeah, Park there was showing him the reason why. He was raised that leg to bring down the player, and earned him a piece of yellow plastic.
Don't want to get that second one. See yourself off. Suspension plus a fine here in the UPSL.
Bottled up there, trying to find a way out. Tell you, SSL looked pretty good here. Organized in defense, effective in the transition and counterattacks.
Hall holds it up, gets it to Nassim. Not the best pass. It's going to be foul. And that's the same man, Leyva, number 6.
He's getting another warning from Gunwin Park. That's probably going to be it for him. Park not wanting to be quick with another yellow here.
Hate to see that.
Yeah.
As these players are developing potential opportunities to move their way up into the professional ranks.
Yeah, we've seen many examples of that here recently. Of course, like you said earlier with Jason Longshore's interview with Anthony Sumo, former pro profile player now in the professional ranks. Oh, nice crossfield pass with the outside of the boot. They're finding their angles through here. SSL is. Important block there.
Knocked out.
Sun is peeking through now.
Give you an update going on down in Seal, Alabama. UMA FC currently with a 2-0 lead over Albion SC Atlanta.
Albion finding it very tough to start out this season. Another team that struggled last season. They did survive just above the relegation places, but lack a win so far this season and behind now.
UMA FC getting success with their star player, Tony Kim, coming back from college duties. Was in the super draft, was not elected, but that doesn't mean that his path into the pros is long.
Yeah.
He will be moving up in the ranks, I would expect, very, very soon.
Yeah, there are more options now than MLS, and I think a lot of players are finding a little bit more availability to get to the professional ranks without having to go to MLS. And there's overseas opportunities as well. That reminds me, I need to talk to my buddy Kurt about getting these guys seen by somebody at Sunderland in England. After yesterday's result, I think they need a little help.
A lot of opportunities over there in Europe, whether you're in the English EFL system. There's another foul.
Getting a little chippy.
No card issued yet. There's going to be a substitution made on Pachuca.
And it's going to be, is it going to be the number 6? Who's coming off? He's
Not
walking
holding
towards
up
the touch
the-
line. Yeah, I think
It is going to be number 6, Leyva with the yellow card that is going to be subbed.
Yeah, I think Coach Montoya is making
Seen
a tactical move there. He's one foul away from a red card, and
I think that's a good call. He was
I do
replaced
too.
by number 10, Lopez.
yeah, I think you saw that was
Oh, that's a high boot.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And that he immediately hands up. He knew, yes, he is going to get a yellow card for that.
Yeah,
Number
he
20,
knew.
Occupies.
He knows it.
He knew as soon as he did. Here, we just finished the 39th minute.
Yeah, it's a little bit reckless. Yeah, he's no hard feelings, helping him up, and it's just one of those things. It's more or less a kind of a quick mistake that you make, not a malicious one.
Bocelli looks to be okay.
Yeah, I think it was more of the high boot and more so than just contact.
You see the frustration from the coach over there for Pachuca. Absolutely livid about that pass.
Yeah, Ricardo Montoya is well known in the local area here. He has very high standards for his players. And he probably doesn't like what he sees right now.
Switch of play again from SSL. Good header forward. Still able to control it, Akpa. Yellow card issued for a player on both sides here in the first half. We're in the 41st minute. SSL FC with a 2-0 lead as we speak. Here's an opportunity for Pachuca. Oh, and it just goes wide. That was almost something out of nothing there, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good ball over the top, and that's something they've been trying to execute all game long so far. You see there, it gets to it before the keeper. The keeper hesitated. I think that was the key factor, and it's just the aim didn't have the accuracy needed.
Has to go run that down.
Yeah, but that was a firm opportunity for Pachuca. That could have gone in. I'll tell you what, if they can get a goal here before the half, that'll change the complexion of this game.
Rodriguez will get us back underway. He's going to move over, elects to move it over to the near side. Conte making a way around Juarez, gets it to Akpa. Akpa taking off. Compai's going to release it offsides.
Yeah.
Good offside trap there by the Pachuca defense.
They are finding the lanes through and around the Pachuca midfield, which is giving them an opportunity for those breaks, those counters down each one of the wings. Just offside on that occasion.
Don't give this SSL team an opportunity to get the timing right on those edge channel opportunities, because if they can get it right, this match will get opened up really quickly. Here comes Pachuca.
Oh.
Cleared off of the ball, over to Hall. He's able to release it to Akpa.
Pushed down.
Taken down by Porcelli, and Porcelli picking him up. The two men that just had that high boot. Not so much a receipt from Porcelli, but just a good tackle.
Nice and firm. He's on over there.
Newly entered Lopez lays it off. Good ball forward, gets through. Here's an opportunity. There it is for Pachuca.
Nicely executed. Well down the left side. caught SSL napping, and he just slots in. It was quick. That quickly developed there. Just what they needed. I said, you know, you get around there, and boy, it came out of nowhere. But that lead pass, and that's something they've been trying to do all first half, is get that ball either over the top or through behind the SSL defensive line, and they were able to do that for the first time there. And you see it was one-on-one with the keeper.
I believe that was Leon, 81, with the goal in the 44th minute.
And I said if they could have gotten a goal right before half, and they've done it now.
Now we'll see how much stoppage time we might see here in the first half.
Yeah, I think the fourth official is preparing the board now. SSL.
Release the ball forward for SSL. Could it be a...
Yeah,
that indeed is a hashtag response for SSL. Back of the net for them. It's 3-1.
Talk about response time. Right away, they answer, and it goes back to 3-1, and it nullifies the goal that Pachuca just scored. And he just outran the defender and bested the goalkeeper. That's how that went through. So
before I even had an opportunity to update the scoreboard, 3-1.
1 minute of extra time being shown by the fourth official.
That'll be the second goal.
Oh, tried to hit that through. Knocked over an SSL player and over the top again.
Second goal of the match for number 16, Dusman. He scored in the 21st minute and now in the 45th minute. Here's another opportunity over top. He's able to control it. Shoot! Oh, Lopez! He's saying that should be
came off an SSL player, and it does. It's the corner. Oh, he's a whisker away from a second. We've had a flurry of action in front of goal on both ends. Pachuca is not put off by that goal that went off. They are out there trying to get that goal back. Here we go.
Outswinger makes it to the back post. Shot taken. That one is going to be deflected. It'll be another one. Yeah. Another corner for.
Yeah, we just entered injury time, so.
Third corner of the match for Pachuca.
This will probably be one of the last movements of the first half.
I didn't see on the board how many minutes of stoppage time.
1.
1 minute? Okay.
Yep.
We're well beyond that. Now we're just at the mercy of Gunwin Park, the center official.
Sorry, what that mean? Oh.
Be an on the ground.
Not sure he meant that.
Send long, and that will be the end of the first half. We go into halftime with the score SSL FC 3, Pachuca Georgia 1. Got really, really active there those last few minutes of the match.
Yeah, from both teams. Both teams playing really well there, particularly the last 10 to 15 minutes. But I guess as far as my impressions, SSL have surprised me. The quality that they've shown this entire first half reminds me of a couple of seasons ago when they were like this. They used a lot of speed, a lot of counters. They were solid in the defense, sometimes a little frail, and they've shown exactly that today. Pachuca are doing what I expect them to do. And, again, that's a team that doesn't quit. It's a Ricardo Montoya team. That team's not going to quit no matter what. And so it's paid them dividends as they've gotten that one goal back and came close to a second. So it should be a very entertaining second half.
I'm sure Coach Montoya is going to have some words for his squad. We're going to step away for a few moments, have this opportunity to get a beverage, get yourself something to snack on, and be back here in a few moments for the second half here at Shiloh High School. It's SSL FC 1, Pachuca Georgia, or SSL FC 3, Pachuca Georgia 1. We'll be back in a few moments. Don't go away. Welcome back here to Shiloh Stadium. Charlie Jordan Field ready for the second half. 3-1 is where we were at the half. SSL over Pachuca, Georgia. SSL is going to get us started in the second half. They're going to be moving from left to right in the red and white tops. Pachuca, Georgia in the blue and white stripes, moving from right to left. Underway here, Charlie Jordan Field. Thank you for joining us here on ASMG TV. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, thank you for joining us. Larry Weber alongside Andre Bomar. Andre, really saw old season form of SSL in those first 45.
Yeah, I mean, it's like watching the team of old. And again, like I say, Tony Tiente has probably done a great job in the training field to turn the fortunes around so far for SSL this season. But I'm really waiting to see what happens with Pachuca, because we saw at halftime Coach Ricardo Montoya really getting emotional with his players, to say the least. I'll put it that way. And I think we're going to see a little bit different Pachuca this half.
And sent them on the field well before the time needed to be on to get them motivated.
Yeah, he obviously was not happy with something he saw with the team, and he's a coach that demands excellence.
Rodriguez with the ball. Has plenty of time to decide what to do with it. Moving up in space was Ohana. Lose possession. Porcelli now goes through center circle, but they lose possession. Allows SSL to attempt to do something there. Juarez had to think about it as SSL man was closing down the space. Santillan. Valero goes back over to Arvalo, goes all the way back to Santillan. He's going to go over to his defensive teammate. Back to him. Going to come over here to the near side. Really haven't called Isla's name all match. Here's an opportunity for Pachuca. One time back of the net, and that's how you get this game back into control. Goal for Pachuca Georgia here in the 48th minute.
Well, I told you might see a different Pachuca in the second half, and they've been meticulous. And that closing down that they did last week with Laminio, you saw it in action here. You see that move coming through, a nice through ball. And this is how they've been effective so far this game, the through ball, and then the square pass over, and he just rolled it in from there.
3-2, we're back underway.
Yeah, they've tried a lot of that in the first half and just weren't able to execute it. Ricardo Montoya has a word with them at halftime, and all of a sudden they're executing it.
That goal from number 81, Leon, I believe that is his brace.
Now we got a legit game here now. Boy, we've had 5 total goals, and they've all been worldlies.
Foul. That other match was going on down in Sill, Alabama is all complete. UMAFC with a 4-1 win over Albion SC Atlanta. Good win for
the
Coach
UMA.
Andrew.
And what a great start to the season for UMA now.
Nassim with a good ball forward. Tried a little bit of a cheeky back flick into goal. Not going to get it. It's going to allow Pachuca to counterattack. Leon.
Oh.
That pass was behind his teammate, but he's going to earn the foul. Foul committed on number 21, Roblero. Quickly taken. Leon.
Offside.
Yeah, he's offside. I think that was just taken too fast.
Yeah, a little too fast. But again, they're hungry, very active right now. Is Pachuca, and like happened in the first half, you wondered after they scored, will SSL immediately respond, because they scored right after the Pachuca goal in the first half. So far, we'll have to see what happens. Tight game now, 3-2. Plenty of football left to play.
Good movement around the Pachuca man. Allowed the SSL to release that ball down the far line. Missed the first pass. Hall got there. He's going to be fouled. And that's going to be a yellow card issued. That is number 25, I believe it is, or just trying to double check.
Yeah, I think that might have been.
Yeah, I believe that was number 25, Santillan, who committed that foul.
Might have been a little deliberate there, prevent the player from running through. Yeah. You see he was coming through, gets the ball, tries to push it through, and I guess Pachuca player there just decided, hey, I need to try to stop this.
It's going to give an opportunity for SSL right about 35 yards out. It's a little off of goal, but it's a good opportunity to get the ball up and down. That ball does not come down.
It went up, but not down. Need to put a little top spin on that.
As they try to retrieve the ball, let's take a look around the league here real quick for week 3. You can see UMA FC with a 4-1 lead. Potros FC and Laminio, Georgia will kick off at 7. And then our match of this doubleheader will be Kalanchi Pro Profile taking on Fountain City FC.
That's an interesting matchup to look forward to here. See what Fountain City can do after the disappointment of last week. Having to start the season with 2 powerhouses, really, when North Georgia United last season.
That's going to be a tug from Lopez. He's going to get lucky not to get a piece of plastic issued to him as well.
Yeah, he got a little talking to, and he has to watch out for that. Sometimes that frustration boils over.
I bet that's the last opportunity he's going to get.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Good ball over the top for SSL. Bounces off the back of Santillan. Don't see anybody on either bench warming up currently. We're only in the 53rd minute. Good turn.
Yes. A little too much jostling there, and
A little bit of jockeying between Caballero and the SSL man. Sonda comes out the victor in that challenge. SSL with a throw deep in Pachuca's third. Quickly taken to Hall. He goes back. That one is knocked out. Will be a throw again for SSL, trying to get a little bit farther in the box, but cleared away by Pachuca. SSL get it back, and they earn another foul. Pachuca starting to get a little too aggressive for the liking of the center official.
yeah, and it might be a change in the strategy, Larry. I think that what they lacked in the first half was some of this aggression that they needed to kind of pressure SSL and keep them at bay. And, you know, there's a fine line between that and fouling sometimes. You have to find that balance.
Pushed forward, cleared away by Porcelli. Even though we didn't see a lot of movement on the bench, Coach Montoya has a player up and ready to go. Substitution for Pachuca. That was a foul committed by SSL. Went right through the Pachuca man.
You know, and that while we wait for this injury situation, with that victory with UMA, when you look at ASMGTV.com, the league table has been updated. They go top of the league temporarily here. And that's great for them and Coach Andrew from UMA to start the season perfectly like this. Of course, they're going to want to try to get that playoff spot if they can this season, if not better. A lot of competition, though, in this Georgia Premier Division.
Let's see who's coming off. It looks like it's going to be number 80, Arvalo, who's going to be coming off. He is replaced by number 17, Diaz. Closing space is SSL. Pachuca find a way through. Pacelli giving it to Diaz, newly entered. Quickly, immediately under attack.
Okay, now.
Well, Akpa's got to be careful because he's also on a yellow
Yeah,
card.
right in front of Park there, and I just don't know how smart that's going to be. There's no need to be, having gamesmanship right there. Earn yourself a second yellow out of nowhere.
Here's a big mistake by SSL with a back pass. Makes it.
Oh, clutch for the goalkeeper.
Rodriguez had to get that right because that should have been the tying goal for Pachuca.
Oh, what a mistake.
An absolute mistake by Neon.
Look at these. The back passes don't have a lot of gusto on them.
There's another one.
What's going on here? That's 3 in a row, Larry.
It's like a tale of two teams. That one's going to be deflected off. Calls it a goal kick. That one should have been a corner. That one, I could see from here, it was deflected off of the SSL man, but he was shielded and he couldn't see it. That's why he called the goal kick.
Couldn't tell. The Pachuca player didn't argue.
That's 3 just horrible mistakes in a row from SSL.
It's like, when it happened the second time, it's like, just get it out of there, clear it out. But he threw that weak back pass back. It's like he passed to the Pachuca player.
Akpa with a little bit of a flick to himself. He releases it. On runner, here we go. Shot taken. What a goal for SSL.
What a finish. Again, that patented counterattack that SSL is so good at here in this game has come again.
Just what the doctor ordered for SSL. Look at this ball. A little bit of a flick right in center circle from Akpa.
And then, he gets over there. Pachuca's trailing behind a little bit. Nothing they could do. And it's just a really good finish. And it comes right after such a poor situation in their defensive area. So they turned a near tragedy into another part of their expanding lead in this game. Well, lots of talking points in this game.
That goal coming in the 58th minute. The man of the hour for SSL, number 16, Guzman. That is his hat trick for this match.
Yeah, instantly in the golden boot race.
Currently, Jip van de Essen still sitting at the top of the table, as we know, at 5 goals. We'll get to see all the tallies of goals this weekend, see if he remains at the top or if it's going to be somebody else taking over those honors.
Yeah, because remember with Emmanuel Lum and Mary Diaga, their game from yesterday was postponed due to the weather.
Let's see who scored those 4 goals for UMA. As Tony Kim is on the board.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Did anybody see?
You look at those two teams, or you look at North Georgia United, those two players, Emmanuel Lom and Maradiaga, both with 4 goals apiece. Jip van de Essen with his 5 goals in week 1 for Dalton. He's at the top of the table. He's lifted forward, punched. Oh, and just over the bar, Flores.
Almost ricocheted in.
See this free kick here.
Good move in. Became a challenge for the goalkeeper. He came for it and didn't get it. But luckily for him, it didn't go in. And, I do wonder, Larry, will Pachuca rue the chances that they had there with those poor back passes?
Yeah, they could have easily tied this match up. Then it would have been real interesting in the remaining 30 minutes.
That's what I mean. It could be 3-3 right now because, SSL wouldn't have been able to counter Oh, tried to kick it out, but it came off the SSL man. And here's SSL with another opportunity.
Guzman, he's not happy with 3. He wants more. Conte deflects off of 1 man, still has control, bounces around like a pinball. Still in control by SSL. This is more like them. And he just can't control that ball. Rolls out for a throw. Sonda just not able to control it. Another substitution ready to go for Pachuca. We'll see who it is that's coming off. Looks like it will be the end of the day. He's coming off here on the near side. Looks like 21, Roblero's day is done. He is replaced by number 9, Gonzalez. And it's one of those things that one of our good friends that is watching from Italy, Andrea, noticed. This Pachuca team being more of an academy team, this SSL team much bigger and physical than these Pachuca academy players.
Yeah, that's the thing. Pachuca and Lamino is the same situation. They're very much an academy-based team. But that doesn't mean they're not capable, because the coaching at both of those clubs is top-notch. These are professional coaches.
Porcelli cuts that pass off. Elects to go back to the defense.
And foul.
Islas. Santillan coming over here to the near side to Aguirre. Lopez moving forward, tries to release it. Cut off by SSL. Good turn by Kapai.
Chance of the counter.
Conte. It was one of those instances where you had so many SSL players moving forward, couldn't find a proper channel to pass it.
Yeah, that's the thing. SSL, not only are they quick like that on the offensive, they're quick in defense too, cutting off the lanes. Pachuca can't find those lanes to pass down.
He lays that off. Hall coming in, has to be cleared away, and done so perfectly by Pachuca. Islas doing the proper thing, clearing that ball out, letting defense come back, get prepared for this throw in. Over the top, Guzman lays it off. Still in the box, cleared away by Pachuca. It's going to make it stay in and make it all the way down to midline.
I thought we lost it on the camera as well.
Sonda lays it forward to Hall. Hall looking for somewhere to send it. That pass not the best. Juarez receives it. That one cut off by Conte. Straight up in the air. Controlled.
He wants a call, but he needs to play. You know, contact's going to happen. It's a contact sport. You can't stop playing because you got hit.
Porcelli hits the brakes. Comes back to Juarez. Juarez is going to try to cross the field, able to do so. Switches play to Caballero.
It's a great pass.
Caballero slows it up, brings it back a little bit. He's trying to switch as well. He's not going to get that pass right. Guzman receives it from SSL defense. A little bit of scissors. Moves centrally into center circle. Lays it off. It's going to go back to Ohana and Sonda just trading passes. Ohana is going to send it long. Guzman heads it to himself. Man, he is just feeling so confident today for SSL. Bit of a deflection for Flores, but it's right into his own path.
That could have
no
been a
room
disaster.
for Hall to receive it. Exactly, Dre. That could have gone from bad to worse for Flores.
Yeah,
Cut off right there.
Can't allow SSL to score anymore right now until they get back into this match.
Hall making it around Islas, fighting off Juarez. Juarez is able to keep it in. Hall a bit disappointed in himself not being able to control that ball. Ohana again trying that long ball forward to Guzman. Santillan just able to get enough on it to release it, but it's going to be knocked out, be a throw for Pachuca. 66 minutes into this match. Pachuca currently down 4-2 to SSL here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School, Snellville, Georgia. UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division, Week 3.
What a difference a day makes, too, with the weather. I mean, it's a beautiful day for football today, but yesterday.
We had that beautiful match over at Silverbacks Park earlier in the day for the first official UPSL Georgia Women's Community Cup. Forest Rovers winning that match in penalty shot over North Georgia United.
Great game.
Then that match gets postponed due to, or those other two matches, the North Georgia men's and the Dalton matches getting suspended due to the inclement weather. And it was a right call because we had some nasty storms come through last night. We had tornadoes all throughout the southeast region. Here's a ball over the top. Just a little bit ago, number 20, Caballero came off. He was substituted.
So time is going to become a factor here. We still have plenty of time, though. And we've seen already how quickly Pachuca can score. But they do have to do a little bit better in defense. I think this is the first game so far this season they've had to deal with this kind of speed, but here they go.
Here comes Gonzalez into the box. His first real action of the day. Is that a penalty? Yes, penalty. It is. Penalty called by Gunwin Park, our center official.
Clumsy,
this is an opportunity.
Clumsy. That was a poor attempt in the box there. He just couldn't get his weight right. But, yeah, you see he comes through. You think he's going to cut through, and then the defender just rolls right through him, just runs into him. I don't know if he misjudged which way he was going to go, but a real chance now for Pachuca to get right back into this. Like I say, there's plenty of time. They can score quickly.
And the man who received the penalty is going to take it. Gonzalez, number 9. Can he make this a 1-goal difference? And it's saved. Went right back to him, and he puts it in.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
That's what you do. It was a little bit of an unorthodox approach. You know, he had that little stutter towards the ball, but the thing is, they always tell you, the coaches, follow your own shot. And that's what he did. As you see here, it's kind of a weak attempt there, right down the middle, but he comes in and follows it up. SSL player tried to come in and get it, but it fell just right for him.
It's almost like he knew that was going to happen because he took it just so nonchalantly.
Yeah, I think he might have mishit it. I don't think, because he went straight down the middle. The keeper didn't dive either way. Just, it kind of hit the keeper. Bounced right nicely for him.
Gonzalez comes into the match, and in absolutely no time, he scores a goal in the 69th minute. And I was just about to say, once you hit that 70th minute mark and you're down, and there's a nasty little foul committed by number 7, Yave, for SSL. Aguirre is definitely feeling
in bad shape
there.
Yeah.
But once you hit that 70th minute and you're down by a couple goals, you start to get desperate, and that opens yourself up for counterattacks, what SSL has been doing.
It looks like the lower leg there. He's in pain. Is he going to try to get up?
Trainer did not come onto the pitch, so that means
he doesn't have to come off.
He'll get to continue. He's definitely feeling the effects of that.
Yeah, it's one who's going to have to walk off, I think. It's one of those
He immediately
deep
receives the
bruises
ball
he's
and makes a turn. I would expect to probably see a substitution. We got 2 players up and moving. We have that player that committed the foul now is down, number 7.
He's getting a trainer.
And the Gunwin Park, the center official, is asking for the trainer. Both of the players are now back down on the pitch. SSL already had a man up waiting for substitution. You can see 3 men for Pachuca up and moving around, getting ready for a potential sub.
Yeah, I think both of them are going to have to come off. I don't think the trainer saw the motion to come on, but he is coming now.
Now here comes the trainer. Well, this game got interesting in a very quick manner.
This game has had pretty much everything so far. And it's a wide open game right now. It is 4-3 in SSL's favor, but Pachuca have shown that they can just, like I said earlier in the first half, this is a Ricardo Montoya team that just doesn't quit. I mean, they were down by 2 goals, and they just kept going on, and now they're in a position where they can get completely back into the game as the player's going to walk off with the trainer here. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's walking better.
Here in just about 25 minutes, Pachuca FC will welcome Lamino, Georgia to Marietta High School. If you want to watch that, you can move over to Pachuca's channel on YouTube. We'll be here for the doubleheader, Kalanji Pro Profile and Fountain City FC. Can Fountain City get their season in the right direction? Can Kalanji continue their winning ways?
It's going to be a tall order. If Kalanji plays like he did the first week, Fountain City's going to have an uphill battle to get something out of that game.
Santillan moving forward. Lays it off there for Leon. He had the first 2 goals for Pachuca. Good to see Guire's feeling better after that knock. Number 7 was replaced for SSL. Here's an opportunity. Guzman lays it off to number 17. Chick Sam, a name that we know from SSL, really didn't have a good fall season like he had. He was always a really good goal scorer for SSL.
Yeah, back, when we were talking about when they were doing that counterattack and quick scoring that they did 2 seasons ago, that's when he was really effective for SSL.
Released forward, deflected. That was Leyva, number 15. Good control. He hits the deck. Gonzalez has made an impact since coming into this match. Already has a penalty scored. Tried a little one time there. Sent all the way back into Pachuca's half. Gonzalez and Sam released forward, chested down to Leon. Leon makes it around the first man.
Ooh.
That pass cut off perfectly by the SSL man. His return pass wasn't good. Gave it right back to Pachuca, and they do the same, but it'll be a throw for Pachuca.
This game is on a knife's edge, Larry. I think
It's those tight areas of passing where both teams are not able to control it. Here's an opportunity over the top for Juarez. He tries to one-time it.
Mishit.
And doesn't get that one right. That ball's going to roll its way, trying to make its way to Grayson, Georgia there. Ask for a new...
Over-the-top volley from behind is a really tough execution to make, but he went for it. If he connected, it could have gone anywhere.
Long ball sent from the back. Akpa controls it. Not the best of passes, but still able to control it. Occupies gets it back. Nassim releases it. He was the first goal scorer of the match in the 17th minute. Conte will get us back underway. Nice long throw headed by Pachuca. They have possession. Both teams looking very, very aggressive. Leon, is he going to get there past Ohana? No, Ohana's going to clear it. Michael Ohana on high speed to get to that ball before Leon.
Yeah, he knew he had to, because otherwise he was going to turn in and it'd be one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Had to turn that into overdrive. Gonzalez is going to get an opportunity for a throw. He'll do it short. Taken down.
Another clumsy challenge. Yeah, I don't know what you're
Sam
surprised about, but
Sam with his hands on his head. I mean, he just rolled through Santillan. Yeah. Put Santillan in the spin cycle.
I've been really impressed with Pachuca this season so far, and I wondered how they would perform in this game, and they continue to do a good job.
Percelli is going to get an opportunity. This ball is about 32 yards out. Again, it's an opportunity. It's going to be enough to get it up and down, but it's that getting it down that's going to be the factor.
A bit of an angle.
Rodriguez is looking right into the sun as it's beginning to set. Right off the wall.
He went for it.
Got possession again, held back, and a foul is going to be called. As the SSL man was trying to hold back Diaz.
Yeah, I think there might have been a look at maybe an advantage if he could have gotten out of that hold, but it didn't develop, so it's going to be a foul.
Another opportunity for Percelli to put it on frame. This time he is about 18-ish yards.
This is arguably more dangerous because you have a chance to getting on the head of a teammate here.
Headed away by SSL, still in control. Santillan deflected off of one man. He wanted a handball, not going to get that.
Oh, important header there. Oh,
and there's another one, and this time he's going to get a yellow Psalm, and that's Aguirre, who just got that nasty knock from Indive. Yellow for Psalm. In the
and for some, I think it's a bit reckless because, you know, he just threw his foot at it. He really didn't try to go for the ball, and, you know, when that happens, you're taking out the man, and nothing else the referee can do to give you a yellow card for that.
Aguirre is going to be spending his night in an ice bath.
Yeah.
As his
talk about taking one for the team.
Yeah, his ankles have been put to work tonight. Several solid challenges. Here comes Percelli again, lifted into the box, headed. Rodriguez punches it away, headed back in. Rodriguez gets there.
Oh, boy.
Just wasn't able to get any power on that second header.
Yeah, but, you know, going over the top like that as high as he would, it can be really tough to judge from a goalkeeper's point of view.
Both teams with a sub ready to go here in the 80th minute. There's a nasty little, no foul, no foul.
That was all ball.
I'll say a nasty little clumsy fall over there by the SSL man. Two substitutes, one for each. See, who's it going to be coming off? It's going to be the end of the day for Aguirre, and I think that's the right thing to do. Occupies day is done for SSL as well. That's the right call on both of those substitutions, in my opinion. Occupies was on a yellow.
Yeah, you don't want to chance it this late.
Nassim releases it. Didn't see who came on for SSL. We'll see if I can find it here in a moment.
Could have been a foul throw, but anyway.
It's one of those gray area rules. We see
Judgment
it.
call.
Yeah, we see that one.
Okay. A little deflection there.
81st minute here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School. SSL has a lead 4-3 over Pachuca, Georgia. These are the first goals scored this season by SSL. Started off the day, Nassim, number 15, with the goal in the 17th minute. Goals scored by Duzman, number 16 for SSL, 21st, 45th, and 58th minute. Leong, number 81 for Pachuca, with a goal in the 41st, 44th, and 47th. Gonzalez with the latest goal in the 69th minute to give Pachuca a chance. Still got about 8 minutes and stoppage time to go.
We should get a few minutes of stoppage with some of the injuries we've had. Fair number of goals scored.
It's number 9 who came on for Occupies.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, it hits the side netting. Juarez was there.
He got it in. I wanted to see if he was going to be offside, but he was on. Got it down, but couldn't direct it. Man, that could have squared up the game real easy.
Look at that ball from Santillan. It bounces through. Just doesn't get that one right. Hits the side netting. That one would have broken the hearts of SSL as they're wanting, they really need these 3 points.
3 points, yeah. I mean, that was a difficult attempt, to be fair. I mean, it's got somebody on you, and then it's a tight angle, but an opportunity nonetheless. And
that ball pulled down from the heavens. Sam, Duzman. Newly entered number 9. Do not have his name on my roster. Tried to release that ball, couldn't. They get it back.
oh, got some space.
Lays it off. He's onside. Going back to Duzman.
Not sure he needed
Just
to go back.
Too many laying off there for SSL. Lifted into the box. It makes its way over. And cleared.
Important clearance.
84th minute. Leong was trying to get there. Ohana, again, just able to be a step in front of him.
Yeah, they'll press now.
Yeah, the press is on for Pachuca.
Dividends.
That time they didn't get it right, but they continue to mount the effort. Lopez, number 10, just kind of slowed up and just was an empty space out there for Pachuca.
Wow.
He should have
Fighting
attacked
for
a little bit more. Here comes Juarez. Leong.
Got a
back
guy
to Juarez.
over here to the left.
He makes a good turn. Gets it to Lopez, not able to, but it's going to
He's
roll.
on.
He is on. He keeps it in. Leong almost. Almost. He cannot make the hips turn fast enough.
Oh, that looked like it was goal bound. I thought it was about to hit the back of the net. Just missed to the right there. Again, that first ball, though, he stayed on side, was able to keep it from going over the end line, cut it back to somebody that I didn't even see there. Tried to one-time it in and just missed.
Leong tried. Slow retrieval of the equipment from the SSL just to kind of take a breath.
That's amazing turn of events here. I know.
These seconds will be added on from the center official. We're just entering the 86th minute. 4-3. SSL over Pachuca, Georgia.
Chances occurring still at both sides of the field.
Rodriguez, keeper for SSL, having to work really hard these last few minutes as Pachuca, Georgia have turned up the pressure. Santillan sends it long, trying to get it to Lopez. Lopez is going to outrun Ohana. He receives it, works around Ohana into the box. Ohana's got to be careful. He almost committed a foul and another penalty. Able to get it to Som. Som being closed down by 2 men. He lays it off to Ohana. Ohana lifts it forward. I'm sorry, that wasn't Ohana, but anyways, doesn't matter. Porcelli trying to get out of Guzman's way. Santillan, he gets it forward to Lopez again. Lopez lays it off. Porcelli sends it forward. Great ball, Santillan, he's there. He heads it. It's in the back of the net.
Oh my goodness. What a goal. He just went head to head with the goalkeeper and he won it. And he's got a cramp now, but what a great equalizer to have in the dying moments of this game. And you see this ball coming, it'll come in over the top here. Bounces, goes up, and he just gets to the ball before the goalkeeper. That's all it is.
The goalkeeper just, you can see there at the end, the goalkeeper was having a conversation with Ohana because he thought Ohana should have gotten it. They both were in two minds, and it allows Pachuca to tie this match up.
Oh, man, what a game. Back and forth. You think Pachuca's out of it. They go down by 2 goals. They come back, get one back, and now they've equalized. What will SSL do now? How will they respond?
Santillan just got there a few just microseconds before Rodriguez can get there and just gets it over him. And it was that leap to get up and over Rodriguez that caused the cramp. Been running for everything you had for the last 88 minutes. And you can see how much that conversation at halftime with
I told you. I knew we would see a different Pachuca in the second half.
Coach Montoya, from the moment that the whistle blew at half until the moment before he sent them back out, he laced into them. And we have no idea what he said, but you can see right here on the product on the field that it got changed, and it got changed in a hurry.
Yeah, it really is an impressive performance.
Sent long, headed away by SSL. They need to find another goal if they want to walk away with 3 points. Som now right on the line, and he's able to put it in, but it's right to Flores.
Close. Oh, he's got somebody out there.
Rodriguez has to come out and clear that ball for SSL. Can Pachuca maintain an undefeated streak? Having that draw with Georgia Revolution, defeating Lamino, Georgia.
Yeah, they'll keep a draw, or even if they sneak out with a win here, they'll be towards the top of the
substitution potential. I don't know.
I
think we have a substitution getting ready for SSL.
That'll be a foul.
It is going to be a substitution for SSL. Looks like number 5, Puentes, is going to be coming on. See who he's going to be coming off for.
Wow. I mean, I could have never foreseen a game like this between these two teams, but it's been very entertaining.
Looks like he replaced Nassim, the first goal scorer.
Yeah.
90th minute. We are tied 4-4.
We'll have to see what the extra time is going to be. Fourth official is preparing it now. It's 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes of stoppage time we are going to get here Charlie Jordan Field.
Oh, 3 minutes is a lot of
Guzman
time in
lays
this
it
game.
off, tries another give and go. That one between either Guzman or Sam. Either one are going to receive it. Now Lopez, he's got space. Can he find that pass?
Oh,
It's
nice
deflected.
pass.
Rodriguez had to clear it because that was really, really in a dangerous position for Pachuca. Lopez coming all the way over from the left side to the far
reckless.
side, and going to be a foul, going to be a yellow card, I would assume. Indeed, it will be.
Definitely yellow.
Trying to see who it is that received that yellow card.
It's over there just by the 20. Have to see. I can't tell from here. I think you have to wait to see his number on his back. But this is an opportunity for Pachuca here. Set piece.
Now this ball is going to be about, it looks like number 24, Conte, is who got that yellow card. This is about 36 yards out. Lifted forward, headed straight up into the air. Tries the acrobatic bicycle.
Why not? Way things are going, that could have gone in.
Unfortunately, that wasn't a BMX attempt. That was more of a 10-speed and just went a little too far.
Ballooned over.
In center circle, just barreled over by the newly entered Fuentes.
Yeah, Park
no
says
foul.
get up. Get going. Oh,
That one
off
bounces
the back.
off of SSL.
Whoa, that's
Could that
a
be
high boot.
Yes, it will be a handball.
Oh, a handball.
Quickly
okay.
taken.
I thought it was a studs up.
Fuentes gets it forward. Here comes Sam. Can he get around him? No, he can't. But it's been knocked out. Will be a corner.
Still dangerous. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Less than a minute of the extra time left, the minimum of a 3.
This will be an outswinger coming in. Into the box, over, beyond, headed by the Pachuca man, trying to release it. They're going to see that out for a throw for SSL, quickly taken. We have 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the 4th minute. Minimum, ball lifted forward. Nobody there for SSL. That one just kind of bouncing in no man's land.
That's it.
That's going to be called a little bit early. Like you said, well, I'm sorry, 3 minutes. It was 3 minutes. It was called right on. Excuse me. For whatever reason, my brain was saying 4. It was 3.
You were thinking 4, yeah.
We end at full time. It ends SSL 4, Pachuca Georgia 4. I saw a lot of good fight and will by SSL, but Pachuca just fights back and gets a point.
I'm impressed by both teams. SSL have improved vastly from the first 2 games where they failed to score and were winless and looked down and out. But like I said, Tony Tiente has come in. He wiped out most of the players from last season, brought in a lot of new talent. It seems to be gelling now, and this is the SSL of old. Pachuca, on the other hand, very much a well-coached team. You saw the effectiveness of a coach like Ricardo Montoya, how he can make adjustments. And the team, like I said before, never stops. They fight, they fight, they fight. They can be down 2 goals, and they're still going to be coming at you. And I think that has given them, the point here. And I think it's the same type of spirit that got them that point against Georgia Revolution earlier in the season. So that's going to be a team to watch this season. And I wouldn't be, against them making it to the playoffs.
We will see. Many, many weeks to go. That'll do it for our first match of the doubleheader. We will be back in a few moments for Kalanchi Pro Profile and Fountain City FC. So for Andre Bomar, I've been Larry Weaver. This has been ASMG TV. Do not forget to like and subscribe. If you like all our content, you want to see more. To Andrea, we say ciao over there from Italy. That's been us here at Shiloh High School. It ends Pachuca Georgia 4, SSL 4. We'll see you next time here on ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.